But anyways, I gotta take a break from playing Red Dead for a while. Everybody at YouTube, because boy, this game. I tired right now. I've been in class all day. I'm tired, so I've been doing it off my eyes hurt. But this is gonna be like a real life topic out of everything else. Communication. Now we could go off, what that means in our own aspects of everything. So I'm gonna let Cleveland start off. How do you feel about communication? Just give your grounds on it, like talk about it sometime. You can give your own little experiences because like this is part of the discussion where it's more so to try let people understand the like the more personal view of yourself. You know, like how we did with the whole Bokatsu and anime thing.
So, hold on, what the question is, you asking me, like, what is my take
Communication.
on
Yeah,
overall on the whole?
yeah.
I mean, I trying to figure like what aspect I really want to talk about, like with communication.
Okay. Shannon,
Yeah,
you
give
Yeah.
me some
want
time on that.
you want to go?
Um, sure. In regards of communication, I think it's important, but it's one of the few skills a lot of people don't have. And
You're right.
because of that, we mask ah,
You're right.
and because we don't have communication skill, we usually mask it with a bad trait, such as someone being extremely shady because they can't voice their own fear or insecurity. So they often bounce it off other people on other people's misfortune and quote unquote miscomings. And then like straight up being to the point where we can't express how we actually feel, like whether we're happy, sad, or angry, and then we have to bad things to us such as drinking, smoking, or betting.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows when it comes to relationships and communication, I feel as if the biggest problem is that males specifically is be scared to hurt their females' feelings, which is understandable.
Completely understandable.
And same thing for the females or in the male's ego, understandable. But there have to be a point where you can be real with your partner. To the point like, hey, I could talk rough to you, but I only doing it because I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't giving you all type of way to say, hey, I'm gonna curse at you, I'm gonna talk bad about you. No, I'm just talking sternly with you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be nice. Like I'm usually nice with you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand.
And lastly, communication amongst friends. And I feel as if with this one, the communication amongst friends, I feel as if the biggest problem is with friends is it's finding the ones who aren't scared to tell you when you're wrong.
Boy, you know why it's so that fast?
You asshole. Yeah, man. But no, you ain't
Am I
wrong.
wrong? Exactly.
Like, you know what? But on the real,
When you
in the real, no, it's that thing. Like, we living in a society now where it's bad to speak your mind, and because of that,
Yep.
you end up with a lot of, you know, I don't say fake people, right? But people who are scared, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And communication, therefore, is hindered, and you know, relationships. Not even just, I'm not talking about like relationship between, your significant other, but relationships such as with family members, friends, workplace. It falls down and it just devolves into people who just know each other, how to really talk to each other. And I done.
Dolly.
I'm still trying to get the grasp of the conversation, to be honest.
Communication. Give your opinions on it. Talk about it.
Crap. Oh, hold on, let's see. Communication. Hmm. It is good to talk to someone once in a while because you need that extra shoulder to lean on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Someone in my case, as much as I would try to talk to my old man, just don't seem to listen. No matter how hard you try. See, ain't stopping me from trying to get the message across.
All right, dog.
Because if I can keep telling you something and you don't listen, then boy, something might happen, and then what? Should have listened then.
You're right. Like
Boy,
if I came out and I wanted to come and talk to you about something and you just brush me off every single time, you can't really blame me for the reaction. When I blow up and say that you should have listened to me, you can't get mad.
Word.
Anything else?
clean on clear.
I mean, I don't know about anything else though.
That's pretty much what I had to say.
All right, Cleveland, go ahead. Gather
I
your thoughts.
mean,
You gathered your thoughts.
from what I understand here, I mean, naturally, human beings are like naturally social creatures. So we'd always want to have to like, sometimes some form of social interaction with anybody. So obviously, communication is a natural thing that every human being, even if they're introverted, would want to have at some point in their life.
Hmm.
So I mean, like ain't nothing they can deny, ain't nothing they can like go specific on that. That's just natural. That's a natural thing.
Anything else?
I'm ready.
Okay. That's how I feel about it. Like you're trying to go on off about it, right? Yeah, it's great to have communication. Every human being should communicate with someone. It don't really matter if you're introverted, extroverted, you know, whatever it is. An introvert still needs to talk to people because they're gonna have the issues like a lot of people honestly become introverted because of their social anxiety issues and their family
Hmm.
issues. You know, because honestly, when it comes in terms of being extroverted or introverted, your family is the main cause of it.
That's
That's just
true.
how it
It
goes,
That
starts
right,
from
is
y'all.
home.
true.
It
That's
starts
It
from
pretty much
starts
what
from
my
home.
it
man's doing
starts
now.
from a whole young age with your family because your family is the first relationship you'll ever have in your whole entire life.
Hmm.
You don't start to grow friends until you're at the age of 3 plus because that's when your senses start to come in and you really can't communicate well because say you're a child. It the whole opening up yourself to a person thing usually doesn't start until the age of 12 plus because that's when your mindset is already starting to get there. You know your ethics, you know your morals between you know your right and wrong, you know? That's cool. But then how say we like me honestly I grew up I would say an actual black family, you know, the family that basic I ain't trying to like make it sound funny, right? But like, you know, they say you grew up in a black family because honestly black families, if you have something wrong with you, they will just say pray over it, you know. You need to go
Yeah.
to church. Yes, I have that type of family. No one honestly cares about your actual, you know, mental state because I
Hmm.
be in some dark places a lot. The fact that I can't talk about it, and when I try to talk about it, no one listens to me. That's another thing.
Hmm.
Because that's been happening for me since I was a teenager. I'm 23 years old now. So the fact
Hmm.
that, you know, my anxiety is a thing and people think it's a fake thing, it's not fake. My depression is not fake. You know what the cause of it was? Family. You know? So from a young age, that's been happening. But we really, as black people, weren't really taught to, you know, really share feelings because, especially as males, because males aren't supposed to show emotion because we're supposed to be strong, even though that's
Right.
completely wrong because everybody has emotions. And it's not right to like gentrify emotions because if a
Hmm.
female can have emotions and she can show them and she's not, you know, chastised over it, why can't the male show his emotions? The like a male honestly and truly hurts harder more than a female. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So shit.
You ain't lie.
You
And
should tell
another
them,
Boy,
thing,
Gary.
boy.
another thing about it is right. Um, yeah. we're supposed to be the hardened individuals, right? But like we're never talked about in any situation because like no one honestly checks for the male's mental state. Why is that? We claim that we care about them and everything like that, right? But are we really going to go out our way and be like, yo, are you okay? People don't do that. Honestly, for the male, they really don't do that, which is sickening.
It's
But for a female,
it's
they would go to the ends of the earth to worry about this female. The male is also a thing too. They're humans. They have feelings. They feel emotion. Why you can't check up on them?
it's a stereotype that a male should always be like, the stronger one physically, mentally, and obviously emotionally. Apparently, they don't believe it's not even seen the fact that men have these type of issues too. That's why when they say, "Oh, you be freaking about that," but you soft man, you's a gal, because they
This
believe
doesn't
only
make
women are
any
supposed to have
sense,
those
man.
type of issues.
That
It
doesn't
doesn't make
make
no
any
sense.
sense. Cause
Like
Hmm.
men
man,
need to
like
go to show emotion.
that make no sense, dog. But that's the society. Honestly, that's the society we are in now. But that's also the society that we have groomed for ourselves, because we don't want to go against society. Because if you go against society, you're seen as weird and everything like that, you know.
Hmm.
Which I mean, which makes sense, you know, because society is what deems us as what we are. Because like, if you're in a wrong state of society and you try to go get a job, right, you can't get that. Am I wrong?
You
Yeah.
ain't wrong.
Hmm.
Exactly. And then another thing on communication, right? Like Shannon had pointed out, right, with friends. To be honest, right, as friends and as close friends, we honestly need to listen to each other properly. If we have
Hmm.
like, if there's a problem with like between us, that we have to talk to them. We can't let that marinate. We can't. We're not supposed to let it get out there to other people, especially people who don't know us, people who are not close to us, and let them form opinions on us, and they're gonna go talk to other people. That's gonna cause hell for me and you.
Hmm.
The fact that we're supposed to be grown adults and we can't talk about our problems, and we're going to other people that tell them about it. That's not good. That's not good. If we can't sit down and honestly have a nice conversation about this, then what are we really friends for? Do are we really friends? Can we call ourselves friends if we can't talk to each other about simple small things? Could we? No, we really can't call each other friends. That's how I
Hmm.
feel about it, because if so say we had a situation and I said one thing, right? And then someone portrayed it as something else, right? I'm gonna get in trouble because assumptions. And when they go to that
Right.
person and say that, and that's my friend, they're gonna be upset because one, they said it the wrong way to the person. That's naturally gonna happen. They're gonna say it the wrong way to the
Hmm.
person. I've been in such predicaments before, you know. And instead of said people like coming to you asking you about it, they rather go off the person's assumptions and automatically think it's true, because people will make things seem convincing. People
Yep.
love that. People love to stir drama for their own amusement, which is sickening to me. Why would you try to ruin something that two people have for your own selfish gain, your own like humor? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure if someone did that to you and your best friend you've had for like 10 years, you would try to fight that person.
I would do.
Like
Hmm.
shit. Like for we and you knowing each other for like what, 18 years or so?
Pretty much.
So like
It's
if
high
so
school life.
like me and you could talk things out. Say if somebody come to you and said I've been saying things about you, I know for God sure you'll come to me and ask me what's going on first regardless.
Of course.
Like people rather not do that. They rather just go off what you say. Then they want to get back
Mm.
at you. You're getting back at somebody who ain't did nothing at all. You're just going off this one person say. This one person who isn't even relevant to me and your relationship.
Hmm.
That's problems, dog. That's how a lot of like significant other relationships also fall too, because instead of talking to your significant other, why would you listen to another person, especially another better single person?
Right.
That doesn't
But
make any sense.
oh man,
You have something to say, Shannon?
boy, no, I mean, okay. In regards of the meal thing, my biggest thing is this. It's always about. My biggest thing is this. When it comes to communication, you have to surround yourself with people who actually know how to communicate and put it like
That's
that.
true.
Because you brought up a valid point saying no one to check for the males, right? Those people who don't check for the males are the females that just don't give a shit about the male population.
And
They
that's a
check
lot
for
of them.
themselves.
Honestly, a
You have
lot
to
of
surround.
them.
You have to check. You have to surround yourself up with the people who check for both the male and females. Ones who actually, when they claim you as your friend, they're your friend. Excuse me, I'm missing alcohol right now. But
Go
but
ahead, man.
no, that's the God honest truth. When it comes to communication, communication works both ways.
Yeah.
It works at the end of you have to speak, and it works at the end you have to listen. A lot of people just can speak, but a lot of people can't listen. They think they listen, but to listen you have to understand. Tell the person back up, repeat that again, so I can hear that again, so I can actually formulate again properly. Think, stir that all that information upon them, like okay, I understand where you're coming from now. Let me
And
offer
on
you my advice. Huh?
and honestly, a lot of people just listen to reply.
That's how I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, in the black community, communication is always our biggest downfall within the family because whether it's due to, oh, I gotta work so and so hours to make sure I provide for my family, so when I'm home, I'm tired, I don't want the kids to bother me, or we just don't like, want to accept the fact that we have quote unquote white people problems in our family. Whereas you have a child who suffers from anxiety, depression, or a child who genuinely who confused about their gender, or a child who confused about their sexuality, or a child who has some legitimate anger problems. We refuse to accept that we have problems in our family. I don't know where that pride comes from. It's a stupid pride to have, but we be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's killing the core of the black family. We don't like to admit we have problems. We are a prideful set of people, and that would always be our downfall because we take our pride to a different extent, to the point where our pride goes against our own brothers and sisters. And it put us in a chokehold, where to the point where we don't want to listen to we don't want to listen to other people. We don't believe in
Mm-hmm.
communication unless you're saying I'm right. So yeah,
All right. That's good points, on and nine. That's good points. And another thing I want to get toward is it right? Like I used to hang out with a group of people. To be honest, they're all introverts. They're good people, It's just that when it came to problems, like they would never talk. Okay, I know this girl named Erin. I knew her for like a year,
oh wow,
and then me and her
uh huh,
talked a lot. Like me and her used to talk a lot. Honestly, this is the first female I've actually like opened up myself to. It felt weird to do because I never had a person to do that to because I never really had that type of person to talk to. You know,
oh
like
wow, man,
things got deep and deep and deep between me and her where we would talk about the most things. See, like it doesn't matter what time of day it was, no matter the topic, we would talk to each other about anything because that's what we saw each other as. We saw each other as good friends. And then eventually, as humans, when things like that happen, then feelings grow. That's a natural thing for humans. So, I started to like her. I felt for her a lot. And she liked me too, but she has been through so much traumatic experiences with with males to the point where she would not convey her feelings for anybody, which
Oh man,
was it was because like honestly, she is such a good person. It's just that she was just broken by the whole communication aspect of everything because she didn't know how to communicate well. She was inexperienced. So like it was 2 years ago. Matthew was 2 years ago, right? The hurricane, right?
yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. So around 2 years ago, during school, it was around like the end of October, beginning November. Like school became hectic, dog. Like it became really, really hectic for me. So I was happening to like not be around the area because we used to hang around Jimmy. With a lot of viewers, whoever watches this, I ain't gonna explain that. It's a place on campus we used to hang out. But I was never around, because I had to buckle down and do my work to make sure, I get my classes, get my shit together, you know. And during that time, she liked like my boy Skylar instead of me to all the viewers, because like basically Tino was scared to get his feelings hurt because I wasn't sure if she liked me, but Skylar just went in there. He was like, "You want to go out with me?" And then it was that was just done and done and done. And she felt as though since she started to date Skylar, that was the reason why I was never going around there no more. And then it took a year for us to talk, right? And then she said this to me. She was like, "I thought you left because I was saying this girl." I tell her, "Why would you even think that?" She couldn't even answer that. I told
Hmm.
her, like that us, if you really thought that that was the problem, why didn't you just come to me and ask me about it? Why did you just assume that was the problem? Couldn't get no answer. I was like, the reason why this all happened, right? The reason why this is the way it is now is because no one wanted to talk to each other. If you felt as though that we was growing apart or anything, you could have said something, but you decided not to. Why would you do that? And then I am always seen as the bad guy in every situation. It was my fault that this happened. She said that she was like having anxiety attacks thinking about me, like thinking that I hated her and shit like that, right? If you thought that, you could have just came to me and asked me. It's not like you don't have my number.
I mean, okay, this is where societal rules kick in, where it's believed that the male have to make the first move in order to fix every problem. Which in truth matter, we don't. We are struggling just like everyone else. We are not always we don't always have the answer, guys. We struggle just like everyone else. So don't ever be afraid to pick up the phone and message someone saying, "Oh, because they're this and this or they that and that,
That's what
they
I
should
was.
message back first." No
That's
problem.
honestly what I was saying is, to be honest, I'm after that follow with her. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. I miss her a lot because she is such a damn good person. I miss having our talks, But I moved on from that, because I gotta keep it moving. I can't be looking back at life. But if me and her could actually talk again, I would love that shit, But for right now, that's done and done. But like with that, like honestly, a lot of females in this day and age, especially in the Bahamas, they feel as though males need to make the first move. Females feel entitled that men need to chase after them.
I'm just in the Bahamas, but that's like a natural thing. I don't understand, man.
I know, but like I just
Okay,
made an effort here, you know.
okay.
Like hold on,
The
hold on, hold
reason,
on, hold on, hold on.
no
Like
problem, man, no problem.
and then when me and her was talking, right, she said that just because no one didn't message you doesn't mean that we didn't care about you. And I had to put a stick in that. I said if people really cared about me, they would have actually came to me and gave a fuck and asked me what I was doing and how am I doing. And then of course again she getting on to me. And then she just ended it with, right now, I don't want to talk to you. And I don't need you in my life. I'm done with you. I was like, okay, if that's how you really feel, we're done with. And then I just walked away. The thing about this is, right, if she had just came and tried to talk to me about something, that would have been a whole different situation. But she rather not talk, which is another reason why communication is also key with everything. That's pretty much life. Shit. Very